Afternoon, Bruce.
Good afternoon, Ira.
Bruce, you won the turnover battle. Penalties weren't too bad. You won time of possession. So how'd your team do on the intelligence factors, Bruce?
Much better, much better. We still had a couple of mistakes, but I really liked the way we played football last night and as a football team. Again, some guys stepped in and stepped up with some injuries, and Steve McClendon, Aaron Stinney, guys that have been around, and we count on a lot.
And Bruce, talk about how Gronkowski's just his presence opens up a lot of other things from Leftwich's playbook.
Oh, there's no doubt. Gronk is such a good blocker, but what he does in the middle of the field is huge for us. And hopefully one of these days we'll get AB back and be full strength. So, but what Robbie brings and the energy and the passion and playmaking abilities is very unique.
Thanks, Bruce.
Next, we'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Bruce, just wanted to see if you had any type of injury update when it came to Ali's injury and really just how close Vita, Carlton, Davis, and Antonio Brown might be for playing this week.
As far as Ali, it's an oblique, so we'll have to wait and see how sore he is Wednesday and Thursday, what he can do. It'll be probably all the way to the end of the week before we know. Vita should be ready to go. He was real close with not having any practice last week. I didn't really want to put him out there. And the guys stepped up. Stevie stepped up. So Carlton, we'll wait and see. Hopefully we can activate him to start practicing this week. And AB, he's making progress. So, again, we'll wait and see Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday will probably be pretty much walk through. So, but we'll see Thursday for sure.
You're going up against the league's leading rusher in Jonathan Taylor. What are your thoughts on trying to stop him this week coming off the big game against Buffalo? And what was your impression of him during the scouting process when he was coming out?
No, I loved him. I thought he was fantastic. Big, active, speed, got great hands. Could do it all. And just a matter of time before playing behind that offensive line, he was going to be the force that he is. And that offensive line is very, very special. So, and he's a special back. So it'll be a hell of a challenge for our run defense.
Thank you, Bruce.
Next, we'll go to Joey Knight.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that Colts fans probably still revere Bruce Arians, but I know they dislike Tom Brady a great deal. What kind of atmosphere are you expecting?
Oh, wild. I mean, that's a heck of a place to play. I love Lucas Oil Field. And, the Colts fans are fantastic. It's very, very loud in that building, especially when the roof is closed. And they'll be, they're riding high right now. So I expect it to be as loud as it has been anywhere all year.
And just how can you bottle up and translate what y'all have done at home this year, including last night, to just translating that on the road?
Yeah, it's a matter of the communication has to be, it's so different on the road this year than it was last year, obviously. So it's really the first year in some aspects and some of that type of thing as far as communication and what we're trying to get done. We got to protect the football, eliminate the penalties, and we'll be fine.
Next, we'll go to Tom Krasnicki.
Hey, Bruce, I want to ask you about the offensive line because it seemed like Brady was back there patting the ball and looking down the field, and he had plenty of time to throw. Did you send a stern message to them after what happened last week and say, look, we got to keep our quarterback clean if we're going to win some games here?
I mean, that's where we start every week, Tom, is, we got to protect the ball and protect the quarterback. And, we let him get hit early in that game. Not very much after that, but, that always starts up front. And we ran the ball efficiently. I thought we left some out there, but our offensive line, I think, is playing at a very, very high level, especially both tackles.
And how would you evaluate Sean Murphy-Bunting's first game back from last night when you went back and looked at the tape?
Way better than I thought it was even expected it to be. He played really well, used his arm, punched the ball out with that hand, created a fumble. So, yeah, I think he should have a ton of confidence going into this week.
Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah, bet.
Next, we'll go to John Ledyard.
Bruce, you guys have made a change a little bit recently, playing Mike Edwards in the slot ahead of Ross Cockrell the last 2 games. Just is that a change? Do you think going to be a permanent one? And what does Mike bring out there that maybe Ross or other guys didn't?
Well, Mike's bigger. He's a safety body where Ross is more of a corner body. We used them both a little bit. So we'll just keep interchanging. Antoine went in there a bunch last night also. So we have such interchangeable safeties. When the 3 safeties are on the field, they can all be in the box or big back deep. So it gives us good flexibility.
And then Joe Tryon-Shoyinka got on the field 29 snaps and played inside a little bit. Just what were your observations from him, the unique way you guys kind of used him, and if you think that can be successful moving forward?
Oh, there's no doubt. With Vita out, Todd put a good package together with him inside, and he handled it extremely well. He played one of his best ball games last night.
Next, we'll go to Ira Kaufman.
Bruce, it's good to see you breathing normally after Brady's 11-yard run. Bruce, I can imagine what was going through your mind at that point. But Bruce, Devin White, I know you've said all season that he's been solid, but these last 2 weeks, Bruce, on the blitz, the delayed blitz, boy, he makes up ground in a hurry. He's been a big factor in that respect.
Oh, there's no doubt, Ari. Yeah, that again, he had to play so much middle of the field cover 2 early in the, with all the guys hurt. We got a chance to play a bit more man to man and bring them last night, and hopefully, we'll get Carlton back soon. And but right now, I think we're able to mix our coverages a little bit better and use him more as a blitzer.
And could he be effective, Bruce, on Sunday as a run blitzer?
Yeah, he's always that, and we're kind of rushed to stop the run on the way to the quarterback with him and Levante when they're going.
Thanks.
We'll go back to Scott Reynolds. If any media have questions, please raise your hand.
Bruce, in your first year in Tampa Bay, you went 5-3 on the road, actually won more road games than you did home games. Same last year with a 6-2 record. You've had so much success on the road and certainly in the playoffs last year. Is it kind of befuddling to you why this team hasn't responded the way it has as opposed to years past?
Not really, because it's so obvious. We've turned the ball over way too many times in the road games and had critical penalties. And so for us right now is to be able to take this game, build off of it, and take it on the road, and then hopefully start winning on the road the rest of the way.
Anthony Nelson stepped up big for you in the rotation, really not getting a bunch of snaps, but when he's in there making some impact plays the last 2 weeks. What have you seen from Anthony Nelson behind the scenes in practice and then on Sundays and Mondays?
Yeah, steady growth. I mean, he's got some good pass rush moves. He's starting to learn some counter moves, and he's still got that length, And Cam Gill jumped in there and did a heck of a job too. But Anthony, I think, has made great progress, did a heck of a job on the read option and just knowing what he's doing and playing at a really high level.
Thank you, Bruce.
You bet.
We'll go back to John Ledyard.
Bruce, you had a chance for a touchdown right before the half and get down to the 1-yard line. Play gets called back on a hold on Tristan Wirfs. I could obviously see some of your frustration on the sideline there. Just wondering if you got an explanation that was suitable to you on that penalty.
Yeah, from the vantage point of the official, I could see what he saw. I thought the guy spun and fell down, but Tristan his feet were never beat. That's always what the ref says are his feet beat. We didn't think so, but hey, from his angle, he sees that guy twist and fall. They're going to throw that flag every time.
Our last question will come from Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, I'm sorry. This is something that was asked earlier, but just with Scotty Miller coming off IR, I wanted to ask how strongly he would be considered for return duties or how entrenched Darden is in that role right now.
Yeah, he's pretty entrenched in that one. Scotty's never really done it live action. So that would be, if he's up, he'd be the backup. So yeah, Jalen's handling that and doing a heck of a job with it, I think. And but for Scotty right now, it's just whether or not the game plan fits and get him rolling again.
Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Bet.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate taking the time, Coach.